seems only fair that the man to take this baby to the crossroads be the very man who plucked it out of the river. I nominate Willow Ofgood.
Yeah! Welcome to the Infernal Brotherhood's Willow series. Today we're going to answer the question, who is Burglekutt? We'd like to invite you to subscribe to this channel for more Willow content, and like and share the video. This information is taken from the Willow sourcebook. Burglekutt is the kind of nelwyn one tends to avoid in general. Power-hungry, ambitious, but lazy. In his youth, he couldn't care less for money, but then having none tends to generate the opinion. For Burglekutt, it was mere posturing. He knew he would never amass the wealth he desired in his lifetime through hard work and thriftiness, so instead, he wooed Klondetta. You see, Knlondetta was the daughter of the village cobbler, a man who was rumored to have hidden wealth. The fact that Knlondetta was homely, shrill, dull, lazy, and quarrelsome was less important to Burglekutt than her potential inheritance and his future wealth. The young Burglekutt swore his undying love for Knlondetta. She returned it, never having had a suitor before and no prospects on the horizon. They decided to wed and shared their first fight over how to put the ring on her finger at the wedding. In expected fashion, their second fight was over which songs to sing at the reception, and it only went downhill from there. Burglekutt publicly made every effort to ensure everyone knew he had no complaints about his new wife, until he went to visit the tavern at night, where he would wax diligently about Klondetta's manners, her dreadful cooking, her snoring, their home, his poverty, and her befuddled father, including her father's customers. Burglekutt was hedging his bet on Klondetta's father being short for this world, and leaving Burglekutt with his rumored wealth. In truth, Klondetta's father despised Burglekutt, and upon his death he left him nothing more than his cobbler's tools. Klondetta, however, was given a small inheritance. She had no desire to spend it, however, and so the couple fought over it daily. Years later, the surly Burglekutt was fortunate enough to suffer a fire during a heavy thunderstorm that he escaped, but that his dear wife, Knlondetta, did not. Burglekutt sifted through the ashes until he discovered the hidden inheritance. He knew he had to spend money to make money, and an election for council member was coming up. Burglekutt set his sights to high office and started buttering up his future constituents with lavish parties. Orland Openwall, his opponent in the election, was thrifty and much better suited to the post, but Burglekutt garnered goodwill with his feasts. Ultimately, Burglekutt would sit with Orland in secret negotiations just before Election Day, and when it came time to cast a ballot, Burglekutt feigned a sickness and conceded the election to Orland. This may seem a strange turn of events, but then you weren't a fly on the wall in their discussions. You see, the aged village prefect, which is a lifetime appointment, was, well, aged. Orland's now close associate, Burglekutt, showed an interest in taking up the mantle as prefect, and with his polite abandonment in the election and powerful ear of the council member, he was nominated and accepted the office. Humbly, or as humbly as Burglekutt was capable. From there, real estate became his focus. You see, the prefect was responsible for the village's day-to-day upkeep and supervised the huge archives. He even presided with the High Aldwin at weddings, in addition to other minor administrative functions. But most important of all, at least to Burglekutt, he was responsible for collecting taxes. Burglekutt's generosity seemed to grow with his fortune, for as the villagers needed loans, Burglekutt was always there to offer aid in return for their farm deeds. And after a few bad seasons, he had most of the farms in the village, including the merchant farm equipment and seed grain. He immediately tripled the price because, supply and demand. Ofgood reach was always just out of reach, however, and Burglekutt hungered for it. So, when Willow discovered the Daikini child in the river, he was more than happy to send Willow on his way, preventing him from tending to his land. And that is all the time I have to share about Burglekutt. Thank you for spending time with us. We'd like to invite you to subscribe to this channel, and feel free to click the like button and share the video. Until the Infernal Brotherhood convenes again, my fellow scruffy-looking Nerf herders, may the Force be with you.
All this expedition needs is a leader. And according to the bones, that leader is you, Burglekutt.
Bunker!